do it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ari Meyer. I'm here with,
Sean McQuillan.
and today we're going to be filling out our March Madness bracket. It's going to go on WPTS socials, and we hope that this brings some hot takes forward that you guys can argue about.
Yeah, it's
So,
nice to. Oh, sorry. I
yeah,
was gonna say it's nice to see some student perspective. I feel like rather than these expert bracketologists who listen to just net ranks and chem palm. So you're gonna get a little student perspective out of this.
Okay, let's just start with the East.
All right,
Okay,
right here.
I think we'll go UConn.
That's come on, it's UConn.
Okay, next one, I'm taking Northwestern in that.
I am too. I just don't think.
FAU is overseeded.
I think they're overseeded. I just don't think they're a great team down the stretch. We're gonna go
Mhm.
Northwestern. What do we got here?
Yeah, okay. I'm taking San Diego.
Okay, I am too. I think they have an
I mean,
electric
San Diego State.
offense.
I apologize to the Toreros fan base, but y'all did not make it this year. Um,
That's funny, actually. All right, Auburn or Yale, the Ivies.
Auburn.
Thank God. People really think Yale are gonna upset the SEC champions. Like, guys.
Listen, I think if UAB beats San Diego State, which I think is unlikely, they could beat Auburn, but I don't think Yale can.
I agree with that. All right, BYU Duquesne.
Give me Duquesne.
You really think Duquesne?
It's a 6-11. Like, it's not that crazy.
It's not that crazy, but I feel like a Big 12 team like BYU had a great second half of the year.
Listen, you can go with whatever you want, but I would say Duquesne here.
You know what? For the heck of it, Pittsburgh team, we'll go Duquesne. Why
Yeah.
not?
Okay,
Illinois.
give me Illinois.
Yeah, Terrence Shannon's a stud. All right.
Okay, give me Drake.
I have Drake too. Beautiful. DeVries is Mountain West part of the year back to back. Easy choice. Here, come on.
And Iowa State.
Easy as that. All right, should we
Okay.
just keep going down?
Yeah, let's go down.
West.
North Carolina is going to win this first one, but it's not going to be as close as people think.
I agree with that too. North Carolina Tar Heels. All right, this matchup.
Mississippi State.
Thank you. I don't think
Michigan State is overseeded.
I think they're overseeded, and I don't think they should have been in the tournament to begin with.
Yeah, that we can argue the merits of that. Give me St. Mary's here.
I'm honestly leaning towards Grand Canyon. This is one of my few 12 over 5s.
Okay, we can go Grand Canyon.
We're gonna go Grand Canyon. I like GCU in this one.
I like Charleston in the next one. That's why I wouldn't pick both. Yeah.
Okay,
Bama has like the third best offense in the country, but like the 200th best defense, something like that.
I like
but
what you're thinking.
But I don't think both win.
All right. So what's more likely, St. Mary's versus Charleston or Grand
It's Grand Canyon beating St. Mary's.
Okay. So should we go Grand Canyon, Alabama?
Yeah.
All right. I like that too. Okay, cool.
So I have mine flipped in my own personal bracket, but I think that this is more likely out of the two. Give me New Mexico.
I'm with you there. I think New Mexico's offense is so much better than this Clemson defense in so many ways.
Baylor in this next one.
I don't know why Colgate obviously has to be here.
They've won 5 straight Patriot Leagues. Okay.
And Baylor's going to run the table.
I'm going to take Dayton here.
I debated this one for a while, but I am starting to lean towards Dayton in the coming days. I think they just had some strong wins, so we'll take Dayton.
Arizona.
Simple as that. Caleb Love squad. All right, South. I'm just gonna do
Houston.
this. Simple as that.
Give me Nebraska getting their first tournament win ever.
Mr. Tommy Naga.
Yeah.
3-point menace. All right, Wisconsin or the Dukes?
Give me the Dukes.
Thank you. The Dukes are gonna upset Wisconsin. I am bookmarking that. You can come back to this video after.
Yeah, give me Duke.
There we go. Lovely. Great minds think alike.
Give me Texas Tech here, although I think NC State might have run out of gas.
I think they have too. I think it's gonna be closer than people think because
Oh yeah, no, it will.
I
But
think
Texas Tech
people
is, I think, might be underseeded.
I do think they're a little underseeded and they play really, really tough in March. So you gotta take
Give
Texas
me
Tech.
Kentucky here.
Calipari's homecoming to Pittsburgh, so we'll take
Yeah.
that.
Um, Probably Florida here. I mean,
Florida's the number one rebounding team in the country, and yet
yeah,
just
but
lost their
but
big man.
their center got injured.
Yeah, he got stretchered out and he's gonna be out. So that is big to
Like a hand
remember.
loading, yeah.
But this team can still rebound. Marquette, Western Kentucky,
Marquette,
pretty confidently. All right, Midwest,
Purdue.
Purdue. The March chokers in the past, but Zach Edey's
I
way
think they
too
make
good.
it out of the first round.
I do too. I think this team's more than capable of making it out the first. Tough game here. This is one of the tougher
Utah
ones.
State. TCU had an argument to not be in the tournament. Give me Utah State.
All right, I like it. I was leaning more towards TCU, but you know what? I see a world where
Yeah,
Utah State
let's
makes it.
click the preview real quick. I want to see what it says.
Let's see. Top players.
I mean, Great Osobor is so good.
He's really, really good. But I also think Emmanuel Miller is fantastic.
I mean, that one, it's more or less a toss up.
Yeah, I mean, Utah State, rough losses somewhere against New
But they also beat
Mexico.
San Diego State by 5. They beat all the teams they've lost to, except for Nevada.
Yeah, no, that's right. And I like that they put
Yeah, wait,
incredibly efficient
let's look at the TCU one real quick.
up and down, really up and down, and a rough beginning of March.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that one is a toss up.
I like Utah State in this one though. I do think Utah State's gonna win. So I like that.
Okay, give me
That's-
McNeese.
Will Wade, he promised fans at the beginning of the season they would turn 23 losses into 23 wins. He wasn't never the problem at LSU. He goes to McNeese State, gets 31 wins, and I think they're gonna upset Gonzaga.
Give me Kansas. Although I think it'll be closer than people think.
Even though injury riddle, and I know Kevin McCullough will not be anywhere near 100%, nor will Hunter Dickinson. This team is way too good to not lose in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gamecocks and Ducks.
Give me South Carolina, but that one's also going to be close.
I mean, Oregon won the Pac-12, but
That's in Pittsburgh, by the way.
that is in Pittsburgh. That's a good ad, but I just don't know if Oregon's the team. They win the Pac-12, cool. But
Oregon feels similar to me than NC State. I mean,
yes, like great job winning the Pac-12, like hooray, but not good enough to win a game in March. Creighton and Akron.
I think I know we didn't pick any 3-14 upsets. I think the most likely one is probably Baylor Colgate.
I think so. Let me see the other 3-14s quick. Yeah, I can see a world where Kentucky just blows up in the first round for some reason, but
yes, but this is also the same Kentucky team that scored like 120 points against Alabama. So.
Yeah, and this is the team also with 2 stars that are going to be incredible in the NBA. Future Panthers, give them the money. All right, Texas versus either Colorado State or UVA.
Texas, but I hope Colorado State wins that game.
Same here, and
we're biased.
I've been very active on X about this. How did UVA make the tournament?
Colorado State also was ranked 13 at the beginning of the year, like a month in. And they deserve this a lot more than UVA does.
I agree with that. I don't know how UVA is in this position at all, but sure, I guess. Why not?
Tennessee.
Yeah, a bunch of people who have done bracketology.
I'm not picking St. Peter's this year. They're 15.
Yeah, the St. Peter's team.
Too much of a risk.
Too much of a risk.
Let's go back up top. Okay.
Huskies and Northwestern. I'm liking UConn in this. What do we got here?
Boo finishes his collegiate career on March 24th.
Wow, look at that. Boo Booey's a consensus All-American in my opinion, by the way, but that's just me.
No, he's great, but he's been playing for like 8 years at this point.
No, yeah, gas has run out after that. All right, this is a really, really tough matchup. Aztecs and Tigers.
Uh,
It's a battle of SEC champ
I
or
haven't watched enough San Diego State this year, but I'd lean Auburn here.
look. If you're gonna ask me,
Jaden Ledee is incredible though.
I personally think Jaden Ledee is more than capable of carrying this team to a Sweet 16. I think this team is pretty solid. This Auburn. I mean, this team ran through Gonzaga, Utah State, and New Mexico. I mean, look, I think this Aztecs team, I'm gonna click them. I think
Okay,
defensively they're gonna
that's
kill
fine. Yeah.
Auburn. I don't know. I just think they're bigger, they're stronger, and Auburn likes to play really fast pace, and I have a feeling this San Diego State press will shut them out.
Give me the Illini here.
Yep. Sorry, Duquesne. Better luck in the next 47 years. Drake and Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Team played hard against Houston. I can't say no.
They brought back basically the same team they had against Pitt, but they're all much, much better this year.
There you go. Shout out to Iowa State for not being good last year. Tar
Yeah,
Heels.
that was incredible. North Carolina.
I agree. I think North Carolina has a very easy route to get to the Final Four. And I have a feeling it's going to be one of two things in the Final Four. They're going to get embarrassed and blown out, or they're going to win a really tight game. Simple as that.
Give me Bama here.
I'm with you there. Bama, North Carolina seems like the best bet. Who do we got? New Mexico or Baylor?
This one's actually. I could see a world where New Mexico wins this game.
I can too, just because I always say, there's always the one Cinderella team that's like a 10 or larger seed. And I think the Lobos have the best shot at doing it.
I would take New Mexico here.
I like it too. I think it's a tough, risky bet. No gambling advice. Don't touch this game, but I think New Mexico takes it.
Okay, the next game in my bracket I have picked as an upset. I think Dayton wins that game. But for our purposes, let's just take Arizona.
Yeah, that would be a bold. If Dayton beat Arizona, I'd be astonished. I feel like there's got to be motivation.
I mean, USC beat Arizona right before the Pac-12 tournament.
That is true.
Arizona lost in the Pac-12 tournament. Like, they're not invincible.
Yeah, they're not invincible, but I feel like there's got to be some level of motivation if a team knows that the Final Four is basically right at home and you have a star point guard and you know you can't mess this up.
Yeah, I do think this is probably one of the most overrated Arizona teams we've.
I'm with you. I think so too. I think Caleb Love is great.
When Caleb Love doesn't have an incredible shooting game, they don't win.
I mean, that's I mean, yeah, and honestly, that's what differs like a 2 seed from a 1 seed.
A 2 seed team cannot do the same thing that Pitt does with Blake Henson.
It's 100%. No, 100%. All right, now we're in the South.
Houston.
I'm with you there. Best defensive team in the country by a landslide.
Nebraska will put up a fight though.
I think they'll put up a fight just because their perimeter shooting is out of this world, but defensively, this Houston team is so good. All right, Dukes versus Duke. It's Duke, but don't be shocked. And don't be shocked if this game is super tight because this Duke team is not. This Duke team is one of the worst Duke teams in recent memory.
Yeah. At the same time, James Madison has TJ Bickerstaff, former Boston College Eagle. Really good player who didn't get a fair shot in the ACC, but I still would give this one to Duke.
I'm with you there too. All right, let's keep going. The Wildcats or the
Texas
Red
Tech.
Raiders? I'm with you there too. I just don't see a world really where Kentucky gets that far. I don't think John Calipari's built for March, and I think Texas Tech has just too much experience.
If they lose to Texas Tech in the round of 32, I could see him not retaining his job there.
I said I think he'll retire.
I mean, those fans are spoiled, like 100%, but
1,000,000%. I'm with you there. All right, Gators or Marquette? I've been tight about this one. I don't know. What are we thinking?
Marquette. Pollock's back.
Yeah, wait. I need
Polic's
to-
back, and Florida lost I forgot his name.
I just totally
Han,
forgot his name too, by the way. What's his? It's the big guy's name. That's what it is.
Logton, yeah.
Yeah, 6'10" guy. Ooh,
Tyree Samuel's okay, but I don't think he makes up for it completely.
agreed. And
Yeah, I mean,
it's an even
I
matchup.
think Marquette wins this one.
I'll say it's an even matchup, and I suggest don't look at this as a 7 versus 2. I would honestly look at it as almost like a 4 versus 5 because I think
Yeah.
Florida's really good, but Marquette does take it. Midwest.
Well, Florida has a quality win over the Panthers.
They now, yeah, it's a quad 1 win. It's a quad 1 win. It's a quad 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's it. But it's bad.
Let's go Utah State.
I'm with you. I don't see Purdue getting past the round of 32. I just when Zach Edey goes up against any quick big man, his game is just it's flaws. It's over. I like Utah State. If it's Utah State or TCU, I don't even know who. I think both can beat Purdue. I don't see Purdue in this at all. All right, Will Wade squad or Bill Self squad? The Cowboys
I don't know.
and the Jayhawks. Well, it's basically will Kevin McCullough be healthy? If he's healthy, they win. But will he be ready? Because Shahada Wells is one of the most underrated best players in the country.
Yeah, I mean, they beat Michigan by 11, but Michigan was bottom of the Big Ten.
True. And the one thing with this McNeese team, I'll say, they can shoot the lights out. And teams that can shoot,
you know what?
tend to win.
I think we should take McNeese.
I'm with you there. I like the bold take of McNeese. I like that. And 8 versus 12 in the Sweet 16.
By the way, we're gonna go back to this bracket after March
100%. Yeah,
it's gonna be terrible.
It's gonna be awful. We got all this wrong.
Creighton.
I'm with you too. Creighton, I think, is poised for a big run. Volunteers or the Longhorns?
Give this one to Dalton Connect.
Horns down, baby. I like it too. Ziegler and Connect, that dynamic duo is unreal. Back up top. The Elite.
UConn.
I'm with you there. Give me the Huskies. Cyclones and the Fighting
Illinois.
Wow, you said Illinois.
Terrence Shannon Jr., regardless of who he is as a person, don't need to get into that. Incredible player. And then they have other pieces. I have a friend who's like a massive fan. It has to do with the consistency of their team, but if they get their guys going, it'll be a close game.
It's gonna be really close, just because when I scroll down here, you see Illinois is a big scoring team, but this is gonna lie to a lot of people just because the Big Ten is not great defensively. So this is gonna be a big lie, and this is a big truth because the Big 12 is the best defensive conference in all of college basketball. It's an even matchup, but I can see a world where Terrence Shannon just gets like 40 points, like absolutely goes off. So I'm okay with the Illinois pick. Carolina and Bama.
Carolina.
I mean,
I really don't want to pick them there, but
it's a team I don't want to pick either, just because we especially have seen them all year, and we know what
I just think if Alabama has even a slightly better defense, they win that game.
Agreed. And I just don't think they can match the height of Bacon. I think Bacon's way too strong down low. So I'll give it to Carolina here. The Lobos and Arizona.
I feel like probably Arizona.
I'll take Arizona here just for the sake of it. But in my personal bracket, I do have New Mexico going to the Elite Eight. I'll say that.
Okay, we can take that.
Do you want it?
But I don't
cool
think North Carolina makes it out of the Elite Eight. You know what?
Really?
Take New Mexico.
All right, let's do it. I like it. Bold takes. WPTS, bold takes. Houston and Duke.
Houston.
This is going to be an embarrassment of a game. I'm going to tell you all now. Duke does not stand a chance in this game. And if I'm wrong, and Kyle Flipkowski drops like 20 and 15, So be it. The Red Raiders and Golden Eagles.
Marquette.
I think so too. Big East team. I think Big
I
East
think
was.
this is the year they pull it together.
I think so too. Big East was one of the best conferences at basketball. I feel like Marquette's got to be the answer. Now here's a matchup no one was anticipating. Who do we think? Aggies, Cowboys? I know who I want to take, but who do you want to take?
You want McNeese.
I want McNeese.
Okay, take McNeese.
Do you think McNeese would win this game?
Yeah.
I think if McNeese could beat Kansas, McNeese will run.
That
through
relies
Utah
heavily
State.
on them making it to that game. But if they do, I think they can win that game.
They do have to upset Gonzaga first, who, by the way,
And Kansas.
What's the crazy stat about Gonzaga? They haven't lost how many first round games? It's like I think I wish they had it here. It was some crazy thing, right? Gonzaga's never lost a first round game in like a crazy long time. It's unreal. And I just
Give me
don't like
Creighton
Gonzaga.
here.
I think so too. I think Dalton Connect is a phenomenal player, but at times when his backcourt gets way too inconsistent, he gets nothing done and he gets frustrated.
Mhm.
Give me the Blue Jays. All right. Back on top. Huskies or the Illini? Yeah.
If you want to, you know what? Take out take out Illinois, switch it with Iowa State, and then take Iowa State over UConn.
You couldn't have said that better. That's it. I like it. Cyclones, I think, are the best team in this region. Yes, UConn won the national championship. A team that has won the national championship in previous years has never made it past the Elite Eight. Give me Iowa State. And here we are here. The fun one. Lobos or Tar Heels?
Give me the Lobos.
We're making a bold move, but you know what?
RJ Davis doesn't have a great game every time. Elliot Cadeau can't score. Harrison Ingram had a terrible tournament.
And you know what? I think this duo right here, especially Jamal Mashburn, who can guard anyone in all of NCAA.
Also, Baycott is not as dominant as people make it seem.
I agree because he's skilled, but I just think there's so many other big men in the country that are just skilled at him. So I do like the Lobos in this matchup. I think in my personal bracket, I do have the Tar Heels winning the national championship just because I don't see a world where the Lobos win. But that's false. I do see a world, but I just think experience takes over excitement. So, but we'll put the Lobos in. I do like having the Lobos in. Houston and Marquette.
Give me Houston here.
I think so too. Team's way too good on defense.
It'll be close.
It will be. Big East offense. I have a feeling that was going to crumble. Jamal Sheed is ridiculous. He'll be defensive player of the year. It's Houston.
Mhm.
Don't overthink it. McNeese or Creighton?
Creighton.
This is where the magic ends. Cowboys will not get past this Blue Jays team. I think they're big time this year. Cyclones or Lobos?
I think the final is Iowa State Creighton.
I'm with you there. I do think it's either going to look like UConn Creighton or Iowa State Creighton, but I do think Creighton makes it out of the Midwest and eventually beats Houston or Marquette or Texas Tech champion. Who does WPTS think wins the national championship?
I don't know.
We're gonna pull up the preview first. Both teams are like neck and neck. Shireman is ridiculous. So is Trey Alexander, but Keyshawn Gilbert and Lipsy are two defensive greats. This Iowa State team has ran through the Big 12. They ran through Houston, ran through Baylor, ran through BYU, beat Kansas, a fully healthy Kansas, I'll add, by the way.
They played Houston 3 times and won twice.
That is, by the way, good call because I actually didn't even see that. And now I look at Creighton. Creighton's got big wins, but they've also got shaky losses. Losing 5 to Marquette at Marquette.
I think we know what we got to do here.
I think so too.
Let's go Cyclones.
Big 12 wins the national.
How many total points will be scored? I don't know, 172.
If we're right, we get to go to the 2025 Final Four. We'll cover it.
Yeah, okay.
That's what we'll
I
do.
mean, let's wrap it up here. This was the WPTS Bracket Challenge brought to you by Ari Meyer and Sean McQuillan. And we'll be back to review it as soon as March Madness is over and see how terrible we did.
Go
But that'll be
Cyclones.
all for us today. And yeah.
That's it.